Oh, no strength at all.
Maybe if we pick up and move right now, he will fall behind and leave us in peace. Does somebody else like this plan like I do?
Do not yawn in my direction, Goblin. The stench of your breath can knock out some Shellin followers.
Tired. Will someone carry me?
When you yawn like that and rub your eyes, you look like a child. Small, carnivorous, hideous child.
Today our camp sits in plain view. We might get uninvited guests. Got it? Don't walk around your tents naked.
Reg!
You didn't disguise the camp tonight. Well, if you hear any scary sounds, don't just assume it's me having fun in my tent. It might be some kind of beast.
Huh! Everyone says brains aren't important for a lass. And they're right. A woman needs a bicep, that's what. A whack in the face will make anyone respect you. That's right. I hate trolls! After what they did to Ekun's village, I could tear them apart with my teeth!
Torak bless you, Amiri. You know how revenge is forged.
I saw tracks near the camp. I'm telling you, it's an ambush.
No ambush. I'd feel it. Just a badger. A fat one.
You're not bad at all. Let's fight, one-on-one. Find out who is the best fighter on this team, huh?
No need to fight. You are the best.
Listen, stiff. How about you go rot someplace else? I'm sick of even looking at you.
Do I remind you of your own imminent death? Or perhaps you are jealous that I have eternity ahead of me. In any case, I couldn't care less about your opinion.
You smell like a warm bed, a cozy home, and food cooked by someone else. What the hell are you doing out here? Civilization has made you too weak.
But smart. The smartest. I'm weaker than a bear, but I'm smarter. Meanwhile, you're about equal to a bear on both counts.
Knock knock, you are so small and feeble, but ferocious like a bear.
I am Lamashtu's favorite. Mother likes when stabs and jabs are heartfelt.
You practice so much, and always by yourself. Aren't you tired of doing the same lunges over and over again? How about we work together?
Fine, why not? But it won't replace my practice. For me, the most important asset in battle is discipline, self-control, and iron will.
I should never have come to the Stolen Lands. No, not like this. I shouldn't have stayed. But now, it's too late to leave. Our leader trusts you. I don't. I watch you.
What does trust have to do with it? Our leader sees the benefits of our alliance and knows I see them too. You can watch all you want, but if I decide to turn on you, you'll see it too late to react.
Sit. Don't attack. I don't like him either, but he's a friend.
Ha! Tell your beast I don't like it either. I'd tell it myself, but we're not on speaking terms after it gnawed on my field alchemy reference book.
What god do the 6 bears venerate?
The men? Well, Gorum, of course. Because they're all such great warriors, you know. As for the women, they worship either their ancestors or Erastil. They tried to stop me from praying to Gorum, but I smashed a couple of mugs, and they left me be.
Haven't you seen enough death? Been the cause of so much death that you've thought about what awaits you?
What's there to think about? I'll live while I'm alive, and when I'm dead, it's the end. I'll go to Gorum's feast.
My tooth hurts. I should get it healed. Though what's the point if I die soon anyway? It's a pity you cannot hear Grotus's whisper. I would so like you to understand what I'm talking about.
But I do understand you. I do. But if I was busy listening to some whisper telling me about death, then who would cheer you up?
Ragunga,
Hiram, shut up, will you? Every time you open your mouth, some screed comes tumbling out. Go whine to someone else.
Sometimes I admire you when I watch you fight. It's like you embody the uncontrolled power of chaos, leading the world to its imminent end. Some die from the fire or storm, while others from Ragongar's hand.
You got it. Yeah, man. I am what I am.
I don't understand you. I'm sorry. How can you live without faith at all?
You said yourself that everything in this world is pointless. Do you think faith is an exception?
Sometimes I think that my entire existence is one long joke of fate. But it's all right. Even if that is true, I'll still be the one who laughs last.
Once I killed a whole herd of mammoths, but our camp was too far away. So I tied their trunks together and dragged them home for 2 days.
Those must have been tiny mammoths, the size of squirrels.
Enjoyment is the essence of life. The short-lived make plans, build careers, strive for power, as if they have the time for this. If my life was so terrifyingly short, I would think of nothing but pleasure. I've always been annoyed by those around me, but after I died, for some reason they became particularly unbearable. Jubilost, you've traveled quite a lot. Haven't you ever met an undead on your journeys?
One like you? Never. That's why you, Jaethal, are of such serious academic interest to me.
You used to wear slave shackles, didn't you? That's right. Your sort always benefits from lessons in obedience, with a few lashes to drive the point home.
Oh, I learned my lessons well. You've no idea how much the one under a whip learns about the one who holds its handle. Make no mistake, I will pass my test.
The cruel truth of this world has revealed itself to you. You know that the strong get the most succulent cuts, and the weak had best keep their silence. You are not blind like the others, so what holds you back? Why don't you seize what is yours?
That's none of your concern, corpse. If I catch word that you're meddling in my business, all the gods in the world won't be able to dig you up.
Are you seriously going to accompany my every phrase with a sad sigh and a glance of reproof?
I'm just trying to understand why you keep hurting people, yet harbor no evil in your heart.
I feel so dreary. I want to punch someone so hard.
Easy, Amiri. There's no one to fight here, nor any reason to. I could read you something for fun if you like.
Ah, rest at last. Finally, I can sit and read quietly.
No, no reading. Fetch water. Or you can read and stay hungry.
Hey, careful with the spells! Keep your acid away from my writings!
Who cares about any of your piles besides you? Go ahead, waste your paper. Maybe it'll keep you quiet for a while.
Guy Chazer de Lambert was a woodsman not unlike you. However, he favored dual elven curved blades instead of the bow. Belloc Nor was his fellow arch-knight, and he was an expert marksman. It is said that he could shoot the wings off a sturge at 100 meters.
Minotaur shit. Even if he was that good with a bow, why not just kill the sturge?
Are you from Thuvia? Is it nice there? What's the culture like? Do you have good food? Special ceremonies? Is it far? Do you have any exotic animals? Any interesting stories?
Yes.
Watch where you're going in battle. If I say a monster is mine, then you find another one and don't steal my glory.
I don't give a damn about glory. I just want the enemies dead, and quick. And after that, you can just tell everyone you slaughtered them all by yourself.
And what are you doing? Writing notes for a new book?
I'm drawing a map. Someone needs to know where to go when we finally get lost.
If someone hits you on your cheek, you just need to block it. counterpunch, and hit the bastard so hard his ears fall off. Just listen to yourself. Mercy, forgiveness.
Amiri, you confuse mercy and stupidity. One can be merciful and also able to stand up for oneself.
Amiri eat like cronkshaft.
I'm hungry. What's a cronkshaft?
Hey, you shot a deer a while ago, yes? Where are his insides? Longshakes don't eat those, I know that.
I used entrails for a stew. You ate with others, so don't beg.
Echoin is not like other longshanks. Talks little. Good. Ekin doesn't like goblins, but goblins are not trolls. Why then?
Because you are all beasts. You're just tamed.
Look! Harem fell asleep. Look! Look!
I do not sleep, knock-knock. I am deep in my thoughts, although I won't try to explain the difference to you.
There is a nest in Harem's beard. Soon bird lays eggs. Tasty.
There's no nest. My beard is just tangled.
Half-shanks mix words worse than longshanks. But I won't help you with your writing, Lindsay, not even if you ask.
Oh, thank you, merciful Shaylin.
I heard that once, far away from here, goblins nearly killed all longshanks. Marched from forests, burned down villages, conquered almost everything. Although lost all in the end, longshanks woke up and bashed everyone, as usual. Why do you comb your hair, Tavia? Will tangle anyway.
Because I like it? What kind of question is that anyway?
Who chose this route? My feet are killing me. Isn't there a better path?
Next time you lead. I don't care about your feet.
That was a tough day. Want to relax? I have something nice in my flask.
Ugh! Nice for those who want heartburn, an ulcer, and a 3-week hangover. Put it away and don't take it back out. When we return to the capital, I'll treat you to something really good.
Reg, you silly goose. What's up with you?
Oh, the Technic League. We'll even the score. I swear to Callistria. I hope they send more of their agents to us. It feels so good to wipe the ground with them. Hey, who's that? I thought I saw someone. I've been free for a long time, but I still see an assassin in every shadow. You did the right thing telling those goody-goodies to get lost. But are you really liberated? Look at you. You don't pray to anyone, but you toe the line like a soldier on the training grounds.
It's called discipline and dignity. They are precisely what liberates me. I'm afraid you wouldn't understand.
Looking down on me. Sure, do that. Soon enough, you'll get yourself in trouble again. And then...
Then what? You make absolutely no sense. If one of us is to save the other, it'll be me saving you. I've studied your technique, elbows too wide, stride too long, and besides, what are you always laughing at? You must have seen much in your journeys. Do you have any useful advice to share?
My advice is to avoid traveling. Find your home and live with dignity.
My elbow hurts.
It's because you're so hard on yourself. Try to rest sometimes. You don't have to practice every spare minute.
The more I travel, the more I'm sure. True nobleness is not inherited. Every other smug dimwit with a Marquess title has worse manners than his horse.
Why we don't have no fresh meat today?
No one wants to go hunting. That includes me. You can do it yourself if you wish.
I didn't get it. Why is no one hunting some meat?
We have some ration pack stored, Amiri. We shouldn't expose ourselves to risk by wandering here alone.
Stop pretending you're fine. You need help.
You have proven you can endure pain without complaint. Now be kind enough to consider healing.
You see now what serving Torag has brought you to. Forget him. He's not a god worthy of worship.
If you won't let yourself be healed, that's your choice, I suppose. But think about poor Wolfie. He will worry about you. He'll whine and grow restless. This kind of trouble is definitely no good for him.
Isn't it ridiculous for people to worship Torag, the god who betrays dwarves?
It's not. What's ridiculous is to worship destruction and ashes.
The end is inevitable. My end, our end, the entire world's end. Oh, I'm so tired. Sometimes I feel like reaching for a rope, but is that a dignified end? No, I suppose I should live a little longer and see where the world is rolling. Oh, I lost a button. Thus the inevitable end of the world is seen even in the littlest of things. You died, but you still cling to your worldly existence. Is there sense in this? The undead exist for a long time, but even they don't last forever.
It looks like you don't know much about the undead. For what it's worth, I'm the only one among us who has a chance of witnessing the end of times.
Sometimes I ask myself, why does Grotus give me healing spells? What's the point of healing those who are meant to die?
Why does he give any powers to his followers if he's entirely impartial to them, as you say? Perhaps this world is important in some ways, even for Grotus?
It's funny that you and I are so much alike. We both were banished for trying to be ourselves.
Yeah, that's right. I wanted to be a fighter, and I did. And what did you want to be? A rotten fish with bulgy eyes? Well, congratulations.
Would you like me to tell you a couple of tales from my life, Lindsay? They'll make your stories much more interesting.
After stories like yours, mothers will turn gray before their time, and their children will grow up with stammers.
Who would have thought that I, the former Keonan judge, will be forced to share company with this thing?
Yes, need to get used to, but our leader is not that bad, actually. Quite bearable.
You like stories about atrocities, don't you? Listen, then, to my confession.
When you are ready to confess, I will hear you, but spare me your boasting.
Indulge my curiosity. After you've become undead, what changes would you notice first of all?
First of all, let me think. Your heart isn't beating, blood isn't running through your veins, there's no need to breathe, and insolent gnomes keep stalking you, asking tactless questions.
Curses! How did you get it into your head that I hate everyone? I'm just making sure everyone does everything right for the sake of everyone else, for our cause. And what do I get in return?
Me? Thinking that you hate everyone? Ha! What nonsense! I know full well that you don't care one whit about anyone besides yourself. And you couldn't care less about our cause. You just like to point out people's mistakes so you can feel superior.
I concern myself tirelessly about our mission's success. I think 3 steps ahead, just so that our expedition can reach its goal. And what do I hear in return? Unprovoked insults.
All you care about is your hide and your comfort, Juby. You don't care about anyone else. I've seen too many like you.
So, how about a game of dice? A couple of rounds, huh?
Oh no, you're a cheat. And until you teach me how to do your dirty tricks, I'm not letting you clean out my purse.
How did you get so good at reading tracks? It's like the ground talks to you. What do you look for? Is it some kind of magic?
I look at the ground and everything is clear. Look more and ask less. Then you'll understand.
Who's so sullen there? Like a troll after starving for 3 days. Ha! It's grumpy old Harem.
Alas, Lindsay, someone in this party of dreamers and make-believers must be mindful of the eternal.
Your books are known everywhere, read everywhere, even forbidden in some places. How did you achieve such recognition? Or is it a secret?
It's no secret, girl. First of all, it's a lot of hard work, day and night, without closing your eyes, tireless. And second of all, I'm just talented.
I've looked through your essays on spices. Who is this Guisa Nordicani? And why is her name on the cover next to yours?
Because some judges are corrupt scoundrels who know nothing about copyright. Co-author indeed. She scarcely sharpened my quills.
I really admire Guy and the Archknights of Avestan. I hope we can do some good in the world like they did. We just seem so... I don't know. We are not the heroes I imagined the Archknights to have been.
Don't be sad just because we don't measure up to some book. Even if it was based on real people, I am sure they didn't always agree. Don't focus on what we struggle with. Write your story about what we do well.
The Age of Destiny was truly fascinating.
My favorite age is the sausage.
It's good that we met. Without you, there wouldn't be anyone to chat with around here.
Yes, you're big on chatting, but I'm glad of it too. My pointy ears are always at your disposal.
When I hear thunder in the middle of the fight, I always look around, and each time I see your smiling face lit by the lightning, and in your eyes, blood, steel, and claws. Battle brings you true pleasure.
Ah, that's true. I do like slinging lightning, and I like danger. Devil knows why. Sometimes I feel I belong there, in the thick of a battle, among the animals and the beasts. So, what's for dinner?
What brought you to your faith in Sarenrae? Let me guess. You committed a terrible atrocity, and now you're atoning for it. Am I right?
I was just looking at the world. There is such evil in it, and too little mercy. Is it not enough to simply want to change it for the better?
Too bad I don't know how to paint. I'd like to draw you. Maybe a portrait or a caricature?
That's something new. I don't think anyone has ever drawn a caricature of me before, though I think that's for the best.
You fight like others, share trophies with everyone, eat a lot. You are just like proper she-goblin.
You bet. I'm some brevic damsel to whimper and play dress-up. Wait, did you just call me a goblin?
Knock-Knock have great respect for Amiri. She doesn't even reek like other Longshanks.
Did Knock-Knock just approve the way I smell? Damn, I need a bath indeed.
Are all Longshanks in your homelands like you, Amiri? If so, Knock-Knock would love to go there.
Nah, in my lands, it's like your tribe, Knock-Knock. They don't respect heroes.
Hey, she dead. Can I become a lich? A lich hero? Servant to nobody, not like some zombie.
The mere thought of such abomination appearing in Golarion fills me with disgust. Or laughter. Can't make up my mind.
Jub, give me one of your glass thingies. I make you some great boom water. All your enemies will fall once you throw it.
Do not even think of touching my alchemical bottles, you pest!
Lindsay writes again. Steal stink thoughts.
Oh, now. Don't worry, Knock-Knock. I can't steal something you don't have.
Tavia, you smell of soap. Why? If you don't wash yourself, you start to smell like surroundings. Less noticeable.
How do I explain this? Imagine you were forced to wash yourself all your life, and then suddenly you don't have to. You wouldn't do something you don't like, would you? So it is with me, only the other way.
Strawhead wears these medals on herself to hide. Haven't seen such things on goblins. Goblins know how to hide without those.
Do you mean my armor? It's not for hiding. It's for protection. The same function your thick skull provides.
Ugh, a bruise. But the ear is still here at least.
I know that I just waste my words. But didn't you think of entering combat with less abandon? You almost got your hand cut off in the last fight.
Why are you so concerned about death? There are so many interesting things in life. I don't understand how one can die without trying Absalom's famous blueberry cakes.
Blueberry cakes as the meaning of life. There is something in this. I suppose even the end of times would be more fun with a blueberry cake in your hand.
I'm sorry for eavesdropping, but at night you were moaning terribly in your sleep. Did you have a nightmare? I can share my calming herbs with you. They'll help.
Really? Thank you, Octavia. This would be great. I know only one way to fight off nightmares, but I'm trying to cut down on my drinking these days.
I once saw a brownie in a forest. It was kind of cute.
Brownies taste good?
Reg, do you know what I want sometimes? To quit all this traveling. Settle down somewhere by a river. Build a house. Make a boat. Fish. Take care of the garden. Watch the sunset. Sitting on the stairs.
That's a good dream. So cozy. I'm not sure I could live like that, but...
Tell me, if you met a dying Technic League henchman, would you heal him?
Yes. Now don't frown. You asked me a question and that's my answer. Then I'd turn him to the light, or deliver him to the authorities for a trial. Or maybe he'd attack me, and I'd have to kill him myself. But I would never walk past a dying man indifferently.
You shouldn't reject everything related to beauty and art. You sew very well. You may not be a paladin of Shellen anymore, but why don't you want to simply do what you're good at?
I'm good at fighting, and that's what I do. Everything else I learned at the Order is useless nonsense, and not worth even a moment of my time.
Your tribe lives in the frozen mountains, right? If you're such strong warriors, why didn't you conquer some better lands for yourself?
Ha! Listen to you. Where do you think those tribes in Numeria came from? They came down from the mountains.
Listen, Amiri, I was thinking, I know you're a woman of principle, but maybe you have a barbarian friend?
A barbarian woman will break you in half and not even notice.
I'll tell you what awaits you. You'll grow old and feeble. You'll be bent over double from carrying everyone else's chamber pots, and you'll realize that you never lived a single day in your life, and it will be too late.
So that's the end you see for me? Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Why are you always staring at me? Did I put a toad in your trousers? We're in the same boat.
We have common enemies, true. That doesn't mean we're friends.
Could you hit a deer in the eye from, say, 100 paces? What about 150? I'd watch that trick.
I don't do tricks. I don't kill for fun.
Ekon, have you heard about silent hermits? They take a vow of silence and just sit there without moving for days, and at night they quietly gobble up the gifts that the pilgrims have bring them.
What does this have to do with me? I don't sit still, and I talk to those I have words for.
You're a good shot, but my lightning is better. Rumble, sparks, everyone runs! You're jealous, aren't you?
No point in being jealous. Everyone does what they can. I do what I can, and I do it well.
You know what I like about you? You're almost the only one here who's not trying to tell me that I live the wrong way.
Oh, live however you like. What do I care? Each of us writes their own story.
Hey, are you writing about our last brawl? And what are you saying about me?
Well, you were horrible. You shot lightning and just cursed. Rigongar, please say something heroic in battle at least once. I can't write down the stuff you say. And I can't lie that you were fighting in silence, now can I?
Mercy, forgiveness, it's all nonsense. People don't change. If you've been a cutthroat all your life, you can't just donate a sack of gold to the temple and suddenly you're redeemed.
Atonement cannot be bought. You're right about that. It can only be realized by righteous action, and every one of us can reform and become better than we were before.
Your Saren Ray is a real hypocrite. Forgive this one, punish that one. Callistria's teachings are simple and fair. You get offended, you get revenge. It's all honest. No tricks or pretense.
The debate between mercy and revenge has gone on for thousands of years. Do you really think you and I are going to settle it now? You and your goddess have chosen your path. I follow my goddess a different way. Have you ever thought of leaving the warrior's path, finding a new task, putting away your sword?
Putting away? Yeah, right. It would get stolen right away. And it's pretty valuable.
Sometimes I feel our arguments about religion are pointless.
Of course they are, Tristian, of course. Everything is vanity and fuss. Our conversations are nothing more than the rustling of leaves. And yet, admit it, you do enjoy our little talks.
I swear, there will be a day, Jathal, that the healing light of Saren Ray touches you too.
I could joke that your sermons are so bad that they might drive me from the world, if I paid them more attention than I pay the buzzing of flies.
Every time I turn away, I feel your eyes boring a hole in my back. Is there something wrong?
No, it's fine. I just don't understand you, young man. And when Jubilos Narthrople doesn't understand something, he tries to get to the bottom of it. And he succeeds.
Aren't you ever ashamed of all the nasty things you say to those around you?
I beg you, demonstrate your famous mercy and spare me the lecture, in the name of Saren Ray.
You bow before Shellen, right? For how long?
Bow? Yeah, right. As short as I am. When I bow, I disappear into the grass. I'll pray standing up, thank you. I started praying to Shaylin when I was young. Everyone else in our village worshipped Erastil, but that's so boring.
I like reading books. Back at the temple, I spent many hours among dusty folios and rugged manuscripts.
Oh, the books you have there must be so boring. Biographies of saints, the teachings of the enlightened. Boring. Legends and sagas are completely different.
It always appears to me that Knock Knock is too skinny, even for his own kind. But when I see how much he eats, I know that he's fine.
No, Knock Knock starves. Give me your ration. I need it more than you.
If you want, I could try to heal the scars on your back.
That would be nice. But I'm afraid it wouldn't work. Some scars are... It's like they're just a reflection on my skin, you know? But you can't remove the real scar. That's on my soul.
You've done so many cruel things, so many atrocities. If you want to get anything off your chest, I'm always ready to listen to your confession.
If I come to your tent, it'll be to sin, not to confess.
You can fool the others, but not me. Your big show of anger is just a mask. Deep down, you're just a scared little boy who needs warmth.
That's true. I like warmth. Why don't you visit me tonight and warm my bed?
I don't understand Callistria's teaching. How can you see virtue in hatred, the poisoning of the soul?
If you don't understand it, don't talk about it. Callistria doesn't teach hatred. She teaches revenge. Big difference.
Amiri, why don't you wear serious armor? Your entire body is covered in scars.
So what? I'm a barbarian, not some princess. It's like that with us. The more scars, the better.
You're a skilled warrior, but sometimes you seem to forget about the team and fight like you're alone against everybody.
It's all true. Old habits don't easily die. I've fought alone all my life.
So you never change at all, Jathal. You're like a fly stuck in amber. No wrinkles, no scars. Even your hair is always the same length. That's so strange.
But you change, Valerie. Your beauty fades by the day. Don't you want to hold on to it forever? I could help.
I don't detract from your merits, but you are too arrogant. No matter how many books you've written, it doesn't give you the right to look down on others.
I'm a gnome if you haven't noticed. I'd need a ladder to look down on anyone at all.
I'm starting to grow tired of your constant sarcasm. One day my patience will run out, and then you'll regret it.
Oh, what do we have here? Threats? If only you knew how many of those I've heard, but they're worth nothing. The people you really need to be afraid of don't make threats. They act.
I admire your optimism. Even when the situation seems desperate, your smile never leaves your face.
Do you know how many desperate situations Reg and I survived in Numeria? And we're all right. We got out of all of them. We'll handle whatever comes.
You pray to your goddess with such devotion, but you never accused me of apostasy like other priests. I appreciate that.
There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's better you leave than to stay and lie to yourself and your deity.
Armor must be sturdy and heavy. The heavier, the better. And if there's a good shield to add to the armor, then you feel like a whole fortress, not just a fighter.
Could you please tell me, out of pure interest, how life was structured during your time with the Technic League?
You're interested? I won't just tell you. I'll show you. First, I need to cut a nice thick rod.
So, we're playing monster bait tonight, eh?
I appreciate your courage, Amiri, but I wouldn't like it if something nasty disturbed our rest.
You yearn for death. Not many accept the inevitability of the end. I like this side of you.
Perhaps tonight, for a change, someone else will come instead of monsters? Someone friendly, charming, and carrying a basket of cookies?
We're definitely getting ambushed someday. If we keep camping with our butts out like this.
The fearless Amiri is scared we're not disguising the camp. Don't be afraid if someone attacks us at night. Just hide in your tent. I'll handle it.